January 8th, 2021, I sat in the cold, shivering. It was dark out, and I was sitting in the parking lot of my apartment complex, wearing my new favorite green sweater, jeans, and the butterfly ring from my best friend, which I felt symbolized my safety. As a little white car with its headlights on made its way next to the rock I was sitting on, the emotions running through me were excitement, nervousness, fear, and hope. You're listening to the final episode of COVID-18 Season 2, a podcast that explores young people's experiences during the pandemic.
My name is Dallas Webster. I am 21, straight, and maybe about a year or so since I started using Tinder.
Tinder. I'm sure by now, no matter what age you are, Tinder or some other dating app has come up in conversation. January 8th was my first date from Tinder. When I saw my date's profile, I thought he was a little intimidating, handsome, and way out of my league. Yet, I swiped right. What did I have to lose? I wasn't looking for anything serious anyway. It was just a date, and maybe someone to have fun with during these isolating times. But Tinder, pre-pandemic and during the pandemic, both had one thing in common: profiles. Dallas describes his initial experience in setting up his profile.
I sort of saw it as like the same as setting up any other sort of like social media, except for this one's geared towards meeting people with the intention of like finding a relationship or a significant other. For the most part, some people have totally different intentions. Those were mine, was to like, meet somebody and see where things could go.
Intentions with dating apps have been mixed. Some people are looking to date, others looking for a relationship, and some people are just looking to, hook up.
Tinder was always known as a hookup app, and I feel like it's just becoming Tinder now as well. You see a lot more just, I just want to hook up, I don't really want anything serious, even though the app itself says it's, meant to be like an actual dating site, not just hooking up site.
Yadira Balderas has been on and off dating apps for 3 years. Over the years, she feels like it's changed. She explains the familiar persona Tinder has always represented, even during a time where people might be looking for something less casual.
See the difference between back then when I first started using dating apps. A lot more people wanted to actually date, whereas now coming back into dating app, like in this, setting, it's, the hookup culture has definitely increased, and I feel you see a lot of it.
Regardless, Yadira gave someone a shot 3 years ago, and it didn't end how many people might think.
So we met through Tinder. He's actually a PhD student at UC Merced. So when we met, we didn't really interact a lot. It was probably like once a day. And then it got to the point where he was like, you know what? I don't really text a lot. I don't get on Tinder a lot. Let's just meet up. And during that time, I myself, had fallen into that hookup culture where I was just like, I don't really want anything serious. So when I went to go meet him, we actually met at Starbucks. And I show up, and I was actually on my way to the gym that day, like right after work. I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll just be there for like an hour or two and then go to the gym, move on with my day.
This measly little date turned Yadira from investing into hookup culture to a 2-year relationship that even involved an engagement. When the relationship ended a few months ago, she felt she was ready to hop back into the dating world. But with the pandemic, comes a host of new problems. Dallas explains the reason he decided to get back on after taking a break pre-pandemic.
Once the pandemic started, I actually kind of got back on it. I was like, I still want people to talk to and people to meet. So I feel like that's definitely like a big reason why a majority of the people that are on these kind of things are on there right now, is because they are on lockdown.
While some decided to get back on, others were trying it for the first time. I would never describe myself as someone who would download a dating app. I got on Tinder with encouragement from a friend and a push from the lonesome and imprisoning feelings I felt during the pandemic. I wanted to feel close to someone, and I thought dating could do that. In total, I was on the app for 8 days. Then I went on that date and never went back. But while I was on there, I saw many different people. A lot of bios said something along the lines of what Dallas described. Many were just looking for someone to talk to. And many people shared their preferences up front when it came to safety precautions. Masks or no masks. It was something talked about. But now, in the post-pandemic era, things are easing up. Yadira finally went on a date. And after a little confusion with meeting places, it was a huge success.
It started out great. We were already laughing at our mistakes and confusion. And yeah, we proceed with our afternoon of painting, and we decided on doing like a Bob Ross impersonation and all of that, and it went great. Like, so much fun. We were laughing nonstop. We ended up having dinner and all that, and we're actually planning on hiking this weekend, so
nice. Yeah. That's good.
So far so good.
Alright. Dating. Relationships. Pair those with the pandemic, and it can get a little messy. It either works perfectly or not at all. My experience was somewhere in the middle. My date became my boyfriend, and a relationship that lasted for many beautiful months. Although we decided to end things for other circumstances, I don't regret meeting him, dating him, and certainly not downloading Tinder. I now have many memories to look back on, new experiences under my belt, and a great person that I got to know and still talk to. Although, I think I'm taking a little break from dating apps, and that's just me. However, if anyone out there is considering downloading and dating through Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, or anything else you find interesting, take it from 2 seasoned professionals.
Be yourself. Don't try and make yourself seem like you're something you're not, you know? I've met a lot of people who were kind of create these personas for themselves, and it's that's not who you are. And no one's gonna like someone for what they're not, you know? Be who you are, find someone that likes you for everything that you really are, and it's gonna work out a lot better.
Actually know what you're looking for. So if you're going on Tinder, or even Hinge, like I said, it's kind of becoming Tinder. If you're going in seeking a relationship, be advised, might not, be there for at least 80% of the matches you get. But I do feel like people should give it a shot. I think a lot of people frown upon it still, but it's normal. We all kind of do it, and it's not any different than going to a bar and talking to the person next to you, and either having a one-night stand or actually having a relationship.
So stay safe, know what you want, and no matter what, have fun. After all, it's only a date. Thank you to all interviewees, reporters, and all staff of Youth Leadership Institute. Special thanks to the No Fresno, Long Beach Waves, Que Madre, YLI's office in San Mateo, Gente Organizada, and We Said Youth Media. Also, thank you to the loyal listeners. This season wouldn't have been made possible without you. It means the world to all of our reporters and to me. If you didn't get a chance to listen to the episodes in Season 2 or Season 1, they're available on almost all streaming platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, and the web. Also, follow Youth Leadership Institute on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook for more journalism like this. This last episode was a production of We Said Youth Media and Youth Leadership Institute. I'm your host, Rachel Livinal, signing out.